But they are still drinking tea? मैं पीती पीती it is the things what interest you, you always get going, right? And things which are not interest, no, you are dozing, you get that one. Okay. Just 1 minute, yeah? Go ahead. Hey, Mike, give him the mic.
There's a microphone over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Okay, yeah. So my question. I'm pretty sure I know this. I want to verify this. What you were talking about with the number of souls, innumerable souls, for instance, in a plant or within a particular cell. Mahavira revealed that the level of true doctrine, or was that what you were? Or rather, is it also like mythology, like you were talking about? It's more about the meaning rather than the story, the details of the story. True doctrine, or?
No, Mahavira, no, that question I could not completely follow. Can you?
Yeah, all this times and days that you explained, is it all mythology or a history? Is that a question? Yeah.
Okay, the problem always comes into it. It's whether it is written somewhere around 1,000 to 2,000 years ago. When it was written, we don't know. I mean, this is the big time period. It is written by the acharyas at that time. Whatever they had learned before Mahavira and all other 24 Tirthankars, the history, where did they get the knowledge? I have no knowledge. The acharyas who have written it, they have not make a reference, I have taken from this book, I have taken from this book, nothing is given. Alright? So, since it is not been given with all these, today, like if I write it, any kind of an article, I can say, references, this book, this book, this book, this book, okay, that's where I have taken it. Here, there is nothing given. Now, I can interpret one way, you can interpret other way. Because now it's become a subjective interpretation. Whether it's a mythology or it is a history, there is no way I can tell. Okay? To me, looks like a mythological number. Okay, that's to me. Alright? But that is me personal. Because when you talk about Paleopom and all these years, I mean, can you really imagine, and how they have thought about it, everything. That is beyond my imagination even, okay, how they have thought about that one. So, I can always say it was a big, long time period. Alright, and that's the end of it. To measurement, attach a measurement with the Paleopom, and that would know how many hairs were there and how many removing with every 100 years. There is nothing. Alright. Even if I try to make it, it's unimagination number. If that is the case, that's why I call it mythology. Okay, I'm not saying it is a mythology, it is not mythology. My personal belief that I should not put too much emphasis on that. Okay, only except I can say it's a very, very long period. that's the end of the whole thing. Okay. All right. Now, this is very important one. I'm not going to go through everything, but at least punya and pap, I wanted to cover it. Huh? Title? Right. The philosophy of karma and punya and pap karma. Okay. All right. Now, we got it. I'm just going to cover the important points and aspects of it. Okay. Instead of going through the detail. The punya is a virtue and pap is the sin. Every karma, generally we distribute two different ways. Ghati and aghati karma. That's a one way of measuring every karma. Okay. Ghati karma means those karma that hinders the quality of the soul. That's why it is called dangerous karma. Dangerous karma means your quality of the soul is hindered. Okay. It's subsidized. Okay. While aghati karma is only human body related. Aghati karma is a human body related. So that is a one way of classifying the karma. Ghati karmas, whose hindrance the quality of soul. Aghati karma, which are responsible for my body related things, means the lifespan, my size, shape, color, whatever you can see it, and my social status, okay, with the body. So, and how long I'm going to live. Okay. So these two karma, that's a one way of classifying. The same karma, not a different one, are also classified as a punya karma or pap karma. That's you have to keep in mind. The same karma you can classify one way or you can classify other way. Right. When you classify ghati and aghati karma way, okay, it's easy to understand in one sense that all ghati karma hindrance the qualities of the soul. So instead of ananta gnan, you have a limited gnan. Instead of ananta darshan, limited darshan. Okay. Instead of other charitra, you got the charitra related things, which is nothing but the monia karma. Okay, which is the charitra related things. So you got mithyatva and kashay instead of charitra. And anantap, okay, you got a limited anant energy in a sense, okay. So you got unlimited one. Only ghati karma is a real karma. Why I'm saying the ghati karma is the real karma? Because they are the one hinders the soul attaining vitrag state. Vitrag state is done only by removing the monia karma, and after that 3 karma is removed and you attain keval jnana. Aghati karma don't come into the picture. Okay, aghati karma, we cannot even remove aghati karma. You have to go through the karma cycle. There's a keep certain things in mind. In ghati karma, only monia karma you can do upsham, kshayopsham and kshay. This is the monia karma. The Gnanavaniya, Darshanavaniya and Antraya karma. Once the monia karma is gone, all these 3 disappears within 48 minutes. Right? And you attain keval jnana. Once you attain keval jnana, you attain liberation when the life is over. All right? So that's a very fundamental basic things. How does the punya karma fits now? What is punya karma? When you do good things, you acquire punya karma. When you do bad things, you acquire pap karma. All ghati karma are considered pap karma. by definition. Why I am saying it? Because any karma you acquire that hinders the quality of soul, it cannot be punya. Just by definition. Any karma that hinders the quality of soul, we have to consider they are the pap karma. So, all ghati karma are sinful karma. Now, there are other karma is also a sinful karma. In aghati karma, if you don't have a human life, but let's say you got a life of the plant or no, or you got the life of the other lower species, that is also due to sinful act. If you acquire human body, it is due to punya karma. Shubh karma. Yeah. So punya karma all punya karma are aghati karma. There is no punya karma in ghati karma. Alright? And aghati karma is not hindrance to attain keval jnana. To attain keval jnana is only you are hurting ghati karmas, which are, so keep certain things in the mind, the perspective, the logic, what I'm saying. If, of course, we all know, whenever you have any karma, you cannot attain liberation. So all karma in that sense, you are not going to attain liberation if there is any part of the karma. But aghati karma, which are punya karma, without that help, you need a punya karma to get a human life. You need a punya karma to get a good lifespan. Because you gotta know, you have to have if you born and die within a few years of your life, you don't have a chance even to attain liberation, even though you got a birth of human life. So you got a good lifespan. You need a healthy body. If you don't have a healthy body, it is difficult to do meditation. Now, if you have a disease all over the place, you have cancer all over the place, do you really think they can do any meditation, they can attain anything? You need a healthy body. That is a function of punya karma. Human life, function of punya karma. Alright? Long lifespan, function of punya karma. So, punya karma, whatever the environment you create, good human body, healthy body, all these things are the benefit of the punya karma. And once you attain keval jnana, punya karma is not hindrance to the keval jnana. On the contrary, they are helping it to attain to that state. After that, what difference does it make whether you have another 100 years of life left or not left? Because then your ayushya karma is going to get over, everything is going to be done. So there is no punya karma hindrance to keval jnana and hence not liberation. I'm lost or not? Do you understand? So to tell anything that don't do punya karma because it's a hindrance to liberation. No, punya karma is not a hindrance to liberation. What it is only so long as you have punya karma, you cannot attain liberation. But the liberation is guaranteed once the ghati karmas are gone. So what difference does it make whether you have left life 5, 10 or 15 years? But you don't know at this point where you are. You need all punya karma to progress spiritually, because that is going to give you next life, human life. That is going to give you proper environment. You got a religious families, spiritual families, in a sense, and you progress. Suppose my next human life, I'm born in a very poor African country, someplace in a family where I cannot get a water, and you have to walk 4 hours just to get a bucket of water. Where am I going to do all the spirituality? Because you cannot survive, okay, in that environment, or you cannot even get 1 meal a day. So,
that's a great austerity practice to walk all that way.
right. So what I'm trying to tell you, okay, even if you have a human life, you may have a long life, but you are born in such a place where it's a struggleful life that you cannot even get 2 meals a day, even whatever your need for healthy survival. All these functions are the punya karma, and to tell that my religion punya karma is bad, so don't do good things, to me it is extremely bad things. We are passing a message. Person is not really clear about the karma philosophy. Those are the people who make this kind of a statement. All right? If you have any questions on that one, yeah.
Can you give some examples of when you think we are passing this message to only youth or whatever? What kind of like punya karma that you're talking?
Can you give example of punya karma?
Punya karma?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a punya karma example. You know how many, there are how many types of punya karma? Oh, gosh, do you know how many types of punya karma is? Do you know how many types of pap karma? 18 papasthanak. Okay, pranatipat, bhushavad, atatyan, baitun, parigraha, all these 18. What are the 9 types of punya karma? Oh my.
Do I understand that, are you implying that a beggar who may not have punya karma cannot have enlightenment or cannot have liberation?
No, again, now, okay, keep certain things in the mind. I'm coming to that. That karma creates the environment. How we act in that environment, it is my purushartha. Karma is not, telling you how to act. Karma is not forcing you to act. That's the one philosophy I've said every day. Never forget. Under any environment, the way you act, it is your present state of mind, not due to karma. We discussed that one before in the fundamentals. Okay. Now the beggar. Okay. Beggar is begging. What is the question?
Can a beggar not have an enlightenment?
The beggar is there because he did not have a punya karma in the past life. So the question is, in that environment,
The beggar is in this environment. No, from Jain point of view, in the past life, he did not do good karma. That's it. Okay. But that doesn't mean in the present state of mind, when he is begging or in that environment, if he keeps samta, all right, he can really destroy his karma easily. If you have all kinds of luxury, all kinds of proper environment, it is a longer time to progress spiritually. But if you are in an adverse environment and still, keep, gnata, drashta, or this is the way, I got this environment and I got the best out of the environment, then your spiritual progress will be rapid in that environment. Okay? So, if you really look into it, punyanubandhi pap, okay, that you are pap environment and you are doing punya in the pap environment. Okay? The story like Punya Savak story, if you really look into it, what kind of the environment he was in. Alright? It's a story, but it conveys a good message. Okay? The guy who did not have even 1 meal a day, his wife eat 1 meal and next day he eats it 1 meal. Alright? And in that environment, even he said, no, his wife saved some food for the next day. And he said, no, this is not right. All right? And he's trying. So look at it, the person's mind, even in that environment, he progresses significantly now that way. Here, why do we save? In our case, I'm just asking, why do you have to save money? So my tomorrow is secured. That is the only reason we save the money, right? Yeah? No. The reason we save the money, that tomorrow my future is secured. I don't have to worry about food. I don't have to worry about these things. And I can come over here and lecture it without anything, right? That's the reason I can do it. If I have to worry about tomorrow, and where am I going to get the bread? Do you really think I'm going to come back over here and I'm planning it that way? Okay? So we save the money, we secure our future, and now, but if you find some people which they don't have any security for next moment even, in doing these things, what their spiritual progress will be exponentially high, and they can achieve in a relatively short time everything. All right? Now, what I'm trying to say then, okay, I'm not justifying what I have it, okay? But it is kind of because I don't trust what would be my tomorrow, okay? $1 million is enough, 2 million is enough, 5 million is enough, right? The greed has no limit. All right, now some people will say, okay, I'll save significant money and then I'll donate it. Okay? The saving thing has a definition in the scripture. One of the sutra I read, that was amazing. Whatever money you save, it is considered robbing others because you save, you did not need it. Okay, if you would not have saved it, that money would have been used by the others. So you have deprived others of that money because you saved it. If you have need for it and you're using it is one way. But if you don't have a need for it, okay, even though it is a hard-earned dollar, I'm not talking about properly earned money. But the fact is, you have earned more than your need. Okay, you have earned more than your need. That is considered robbing. That money is in a spiritual sense. I'm not talking about the law of the nation and I'm breaking the law or anything like that. Okay? That means, okay, the non-possession, like for monks and nuns, you buy the grocery afternoon, you eat it. Don't save it for the evening, whether I will get the grocery or not, okay, whether I'll get the food or not. Even for shelter, okay, you cannot stay more than 3 days in any place, because more than 3 days is needed to make friends and enemies. All right? If you are just traveling and the 3 days you keep moving, then there is no friends and enemies. So look at the monks, for their absolutely no security, right? You live day by day. You live moment by moment, whatever it is. That's the kind of real spiritual state of mind people have it, that you just keep going, and how am I going to get the food and shelter tomorrow or day after tomorrow? If you look at the Jain history, okay, this is the, when you read the Kalpa Sutras and all other things, Kalkacharya story, in that one, that what you are seeing, that he could not find the proper place to spend Chaturmas, for 4 months of the rainy period, because the king was not in favor of Jain religion. And Acharya realized that this is not proper to spend next 4 months. During the rainy season, he traveled. He traveled to the place where he found a proper place. That this is the place I would like to spend my remaining 4 months of the time period. Right? So there was no security from that point of view. If you don't find it, you keep moving until you find that place. And then you don't stay there forever. Nothing. You just keep continuously moving. This is the Jain religion. This is the Jain principles that don't secure your tomorrow even. Okay? You just trust nature will take care of it, or my fate will take care of it, or something will happen. I still continue to do it. We as a lay people, okay, we got to have a proper knowledge. Minimize the things, whatever we have it, okay, and then use it for helping others. Okay? You have to use it for helping others instead of just keeping holding point of view. So, the helping others, doing the charity work, okay, if we can do it, never miss the opportunity. Because you may not find this opportunity. There are some people have the money. They don't know where to spend the money, how to spend the money. They never get the proper opportunity to do it. If you find some opportunities, never miss it if you can use it, because that you will never get it again. That is the point I'm trying to bring it out. What is the Jain principle is, whatever the things is, you define the boundary. Well, I have it. Maybe next year I will reduce my boundary to this. Year after I will reduce my boundary to this. Okay? And otherwise the greed has no limit. How much and what you can save. Everything's like that. So, from that point of view, what I'm trying to tell you, that yes, in one sense, but you got a right environment. Now you use this environment for your spiritual progress. And spiritual progress, doing it without any stress, strain, everything. Okay, that's where the spiritual progress is. If you do any spiritual progress with stress, that means you are doing under Kashai. Okay? And anything you do under Kashai is a pap, is a sinful commitment. Okay?
So the answer to the question was about what are the different types of punya karma? Is that donation and charity?
The 9 punya karma is you koine food appo, shelter appo, clothing appa. 9 types of the punya karma, what we are. Other papasthanas everybody knows. But there are only 9 ways we are going to do the punya karma. I don't remember exact all 9, but one of the shelter you giving the things, food you are giving them, water you are giving them. Okay, anybody's help? Pradipbhai.
બીજું compassion, જે સુપાત્ર ન પણ હોય પણ તો આપણે તો even then we give them charity. That's the compassion.
Or I can get you tomorrow. But anyway, I'll make a list of all the 9 types of the punya tomorrow. I'll look it up tonight and get you. But right now, that's right. Those are the things, shelter, food, clothing.
Basic necessities you can offer.
Right. So these are the punya karma. Punya karma is in reality any compassion activity. Anything, you help others. Even Gnan punya. Okay. Koine tame banao. Okay. That's all. Anything what you can do. Okay. These are, everything falls into the punya karma. Alright. Without any expectation. You're doing it not because you are expecting something. Oh yes, you got it. Sorry about this. All right, this is the one. Anna punya, offering innocent, pure vegetarian food, offering non-sentient, pure water, shelter, bed, clothes, good thinking, man punya. Vachan punya means good and kind words. All right. The third one is the virtuous and helpful activities. And finally, namaskar means paying homage to a Panch Parmeshti or humility towards all beings. Now, humility towards all beings, that's a very key one if you really look into it. Never say I'm superior or my religion is superior. See, our ego is such. If I say I'm better than you, no, it looks like he's an egoist. If I say my religion is better than yours, it is the same thing. Okay? You follow what I'm trying to say? All right. This is what we have been like saying. Oh, you are fortunate you are born in the Jain family. You remember how many mothers are telling their children, okay, you are fortunate, right? And that is the things what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, be careful. This kind of the wording, okay, it is not really proper. Okay, no children in this country with this cultural environment are going to fall into it. That much I can tell you. Okay, you just saying it no your way. Okay, you are fortunate that no you got Jain religion, or you are fortunate you got these things. Okay, that is not proper in that sense. Okay, you got a right environment to progress spiritually and progress it. Okay, you don't have to worry about the food. You don't have to. Okay, but okay, we are the best. Or now that kind of the language, it is really not a religion language. Okay, on the contrary, you know what religion is saying? Look at your own faults and look at others' virtue. Okay, don't show your virtues and others' fault. If you follow what I'm trying to say? That's what we are trying to do. Look at this religion like this. Look at this religion like that. Okay? We are looking for others' fault and our virtues. That is not right. And we should not even look at it that way. No, if you look at it, you are building your ego. Okay, nothing else. And you have done any activities you have done under Kasha, you are acquiring sinful act. Okay, you are hurting yourself by making the statement. You are not making anything better. Okay. So you got it now up to there. Any question in that manner? So you got to be properly humility point of view, bow down. But that's my point here is please, okay, respect everybody. Like in IBM, I was in the management, but I used to name every lower level people, like the secretary, the sweeper person, everybody I knew my name in. I know, I'm not ask the question, how is your family doing and everything like that. You don't do that. That not many people, but the advantage that get me anything I want to get it done, they will do my work first. I mean, because it's nothing, no, I haven't done anything except say hello and smile it, and wait for 30 seconds and ask the things, okay? How are you doing it? From that point of view, I'm trying. It has a significant benefit, okay? And always respect, either lower. Even in India, I worked 3 years. All the peons, I know their life properly, okay? LD Engineering College, I worked 3 years as a lecturer. And even today, if I go to engineering college, they love it. They love to see me. I have no weed, no it, and no we ask all these questions. So that's where you make it friends, make it that way, and live your life cheerfully that way, okay? And if you can help somebody, just help it in that way. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering about, you were talking about the value of security, and if you have security, you can eventually build up to the ideal circumstances for spiritual growth. But I also think about Mahavir and his story. He was getting insulted and rocks thrown at him, and it seemed like because he was able to endure those circumstances, it only gave him greater faith and confidence when he meditated in the future that nothing can disturb me. So I wonder if there's an opportunity in having no security at the same time.
Right. What is the question to answer?
Well, you're talking about value of security, but then I wonder if it seems like in Jainism there's a certain opportunity, even when you have no security, you can still make do.
No, that is true. In Jainism, security is not a virtue. Okay, security by everything is secure mine and then I'm doing it. Okay, that is not the virtue considered. Okay, the security for a, that doesn't mean once you are secured, no, you don't enjoy. I mean, point what I'm trying to say, it is a kind of an in-between place. But the goal is, okay, without security, can you do all these things? Okay, where you don't have to worry about tomorrow. And with the environment we are in and everything's like that, it's our own weakness. We are not able to do it. I think many years ago, I'm talking about 84, right here in America, right in Los Angeles, the Shah couple, these three brothers were the Shah.
Triputi brothers.
No, I'm talking about the guy one lived in San Diego. No, Sudhaben Satan, Niranjan Bhai. What is the younger brother of Niranjan Bhai?
Naresh.
Naresh Seth? No. San Diego is older brother. The younger brother of Naresh. No. They were three brothers. One in San Diego is the older one. Okay, Niranjan Bhai is the middle one and the younger one. Yeah, he came to my place because he left Los Angeles in 84, I believe.
Jay Kumar.
Jay Kumar, right? He came to my place in Raleigh. And because he left Los Angeles, came over, went to Rajkot, settled in Rajkot. And comes and tells, he said, no, I just wanted to do all this religion, whatever you are saying. I said, it's 84. I mean, he said, you got a long way to go. How is the security wise? I mean, generally we discuss it, all the question. And he said, well, I saved $100,000. I'm putting interest in the bank. The money is more than enough to live a reasonably comfortable life in India because of all that interest what you get it, and that's what I started it. Then again the similar question comes up. He said, I said, but no, you got disease, die, and all the death, and all the bill will come. He said, if that thing happens, any amount of money is no good. So if I just wait for that one, I will never able to do what I wanted to do, right? And that's why I said, I just limit myself and I live. So there are people, I'm trying to give you right from your area, you just moved it. Things could change later on, somebody may change. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he was in my place at that time, came, and we had that discussions, even though that same thing, Sudhaben said, and Niranjan Bhai, I meet like so many times. Even when they were in August, I visited it almost every other year. Type situation. And look at their attitude and the way they decided how to live the life. Okay? All right. Okay, now let me so any question on punya and pap? Okay, there are one more things I wanted to show you. The whole karma philosophy, you can discuss it. Afterward, Ghati karma, I think we already discussed a lot of things. May not have given you all the names. But now one more question here I wanted to just show you. Nirjana. This one I want to discuss with you. Okay, we have two things. Samvar and Nirjana. That is the most important things to understand. Samvar and Nirjana, right now I'm talking about Nirjana. And then if time comes, no, I will come to somewhere. So just you can look at his 11 number page on that presentation. Nirjara means the karma which you already have acquired. Before they produce the result, you remove the karma. It is called Sakam Nirjara. Okay? Nirjara has the two categories, Sakam and Akam. The Akam Nirjara means whenever time comes, karma produces the result and then they separate. Nirjara is also occurred. Even Akam or Sakam, both cases the Nirjara is occurred. One is karma produces the result and then it leaves the soul. Other case, before even karma produces the result, they leave the soul. They separate from the soul. Once they separate from the soul, now you don't going to go through that karma. You don't have to go through that. That is the real nirjara. That is the only way you can attain liberation. Okay? Because when the karma produces the result, you are going to acquire new karma. In that environment you are in, you are going to trap by the environment and you act. Whatever act you do, you are going to acquire new karma. So real nirjara is Sakam Nirjara. Sakam Nirjara means that before they produce the result, you get rid of the karma. Okay? Before they produce the result, you get rid of the karma. That nirjara has two categories, external nirjara and internal nirjara. And here I am going to just show you internal, then I come to external. Okay? What is internal nirjara? This is a real nirjara. Prayaschit, Vinay, Vaiyavach, Swadhyay, Dhyan and Kayotsarg. Okay? These are the 6 internal nirjara. This is a real nirjara. Okay? And then I'll come to you why external things are not real nirjara. Okay? And what is the purpose of the external nirjara? The real nirjara means prayaschit. You know what is prayaschit? Do you know the difference between paschatap and prayaschit? What is paschatap and what is prayaschit?
Paschatap is regret. Regret.
Paschatap or prayaschit?
Paschatap.
Like you feel sorry.
Yeah.
Like you regret, you feel sorry. What is prayaschit?
You do something to resolve, correct it.
You try to correct it.
Huh?
You realize you did something wrong and you try to correct it.
Okay. The thing is, you are not really conveying the message. Prayaschit means you never repeat that mistake. Regret is not, I'm sorry I did it. Tomorrow, the same situation, same thing happens. I'm sorry. Okay. It's just a formalities. Okay. That's a paschatap, right? Prayaschit means you use the word sorry once. You don't have to, if you do it again, then it was not a prayaschit. The top is the prayaschit. Okay? You change yourself. Prayaschit means the mistakes when you did, if you have done the prayaschit, that means that mistakes is erased and you are not, in future, you don't never repeat even that things again. Oh, you have already changed yourself. Yeah, regret means you're not changing yourself, okay? You feel sorry, it's like a smashan vairagya. You know what smashan vairagya is? If somebody dies, okay, you go, the life is like this, everything is like that. When you come home, it's all gone. Okay? Right? You are just same as it is before. Okay? That is not internal pronounce. That is not the prayaschit means you change, you learn from your error, you change it permanently. Okay? You change yourself. Okay? Vinay, honor and respect for teachers, elders and others. Okay, that is Vinay. Okay, you got, no, it is not like that. This is a low level guy. I don't want to bother you. I don't have the time now like that. Vinay means you are respecting everybody in a sense on its own with the proper respect. People feel comfortable, your presence around. Okay? You know, there are some people, please let him live. Or, you know, you got worried about that one. That is not the things. Vayavrat, selfless service towards teachers, elders, sick and needy. They don't say it. Vayavach is only for monks and nuns. They are included in it. Now, don't misunderstand it. But the Vayavach is for everybody. If you look at the scripture, there is no word even mentioned only for monks and nuns. It is the later on people who write commentaries. They are the one considering like only Vayavrat should be only for monks and nuns. But in 6 internal taps, anyone who needs, okay, you help. That's it. Okay, and it's not like only Jain I will help and not others. Okay, see, we are making it so much narrow and narrow. That doesn't mean the Jains are included in it, whoever is the needy person. That is true. But it is not like, okay, this is Jain, I can help. This is not Jain, I cannot help. Okay, because I don't know how he's going to use the money. If you don't want to help now, you come up with a reason you want. Okay, they don't understand that if he uses bad, you still use your wisdom. I'm not divine. But if you give that one, you acquire your karma. If he, let's say, wrongfully uses that things, okay, that's his karma. You don't have any component attached to it. Even though, no, you help him, that's why he did it, okay. There is nothing comes to you. That is not the karma philosophy, okay. The karma philosophy, whatever reflections you have it, you got your karma, and that has no component to anybody else. Okay? It can't be, even in that sense that, no, you are attached to that one. Whatever his action is, it is his responsibility. If you knowingly that somebody is really bad and drug addicts, then you don't do it. Okay, I'm not, no, so don't lose your wisdom sense. But if you don't know anything, and then you use that excuse that, no, I'm not going to use that, you don't know even all Jains you are helping. You have no knowledge even when you build the temple, how they are going to be used. Okay, when the people come. All right, what I'm trying to say is that you are unnecessarily sometimes differentiating in such a way, all right, that I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that because I will acquire bad karma. No, you are not. From karma philosophy point of view, you cannot acquire bad karma by somebody else's action. Any question on that one? Okay. Vayavrat, understand, Swadhyay, self-study of a spiritual development. You study for your spiritual development. Okay, because in the study of spiritual development, what it means, just reduction of the kashaya and mithyatva. I mean, if you really look at it, that's the only thing that will come into the picture, okay, for all the time. So, if you look at it, the first 4, Prayaschit, Vinay, Vayavach and Swadhyay, okay, these first 4 is nothing but the qualities of the soul, and you are improving the qualities of the soul. When the qualities of the soul improves, that itself automatically your karma is reduced. Do you know that? I'll give you now one example, like for comparative study. Suppose there are 2 people. One person is in mithyatva, another person is a samyaktva. And they both are in the same environment, okay? whatever the environment is. But person who is in mithyatva will have a one type of reflection. Okay? That bhav, no reflection, is one type because he is in mithyatva. The person who is in samyaktva, okay, he had a different bhav. And naturally, if you look at it that point of view, the person who is samyaktva, he will look at it, the situation, rationally, thinking, and he is not going to acquire more new karma comparatively person who is in mithyatva. You see what I'm trying? That's a one logic. All right? That samyaktvi person in the same environment acquires lot less karma than the mithyatva person. Okay? Now I'm the same example I'm putting different way. Suppose there is a mithyatva person. He is in one environment. And that environment he acquires certain karma. To acquire same karma for a samyaktvi person, his environment is different. Okay? You see what I'm trying to say? Because his environment will be lot more worse to get that same type of the karma. You see what I'm saying? If a samyakti acquires same type of the karma, what we that is karma, but both have a different environment. This guy has a very mild environment, but this guy has a very harsh environment. But in that harsh environment, he kept his calmness, quietness. All right. So what you are seeing here, that even the samyakti person going through a very difficult time, still he doesn't fall apart. He is a peaceful way of handling all the situation. All right. That's why it is called nijra occurred. Because of that, the whole situation is your spirituality improves, which is another way of saying my karma is reduced. Right? Okay. Yeah.
I'll minimize them. I don't need to take too many. My question is with nirjara, there's a sense, from my understanding in Jain austerity, that you're actually, because the karma is physical and there's the accumulation of heat, you can actually burn the karma too. How does that play into these different practices?
No, burning is a different name, which is nothing but the nirjara. When you remove the karma, some people say, well, you have burned the karma. It means it is already, in other words, it is just removed the karma. And when you do sakam nirjara, means you have removed it before it matured. Before it matured, it removed it. Then and then you will be able, and that's the only way you can do it if you do all internal prayashit. Okay? Internal penance or nirjara, these are the only one because these are related to the soul. Alright? Now the last two is dhyan and kayotsarga. This is the ultimate nirjara in reality. When you look at the dhyan and the kayotsarga. Kayotsarga means, okay, dhyan is always on one object. When that object disappears and only dhyan remains, that's a kayotsarga. That's the difference I'm just trying to give you. The meditation is on the object base. Right? There is an object, but once the object disappears, okay, and only awareness exists, okay, that means we cannot sleep in a meditation. Vipassana time I have seen people not doing the dhyan, and people lie down and doing dhyan and ultimately just pass out, okay. So what I'm trying to say, you have to be fully aware. Every moment is with full awareness. Every moment what is being happening into it. Yeah, all right. So that is where the dhyan and kayotsarga, which is that you are living in presence. You know what is living in presence means? If you live moment to moment in a present situation, what does it mean?
Living in the now.
Huh?
Living in the now.
Now.
Means the story you told yesterday.
No, that's one thing you have to keep in mind. Does the mind exist when you live in presence? If mind exists, she's right. Okay, when what mind exists, if you live in past or future. If you live in past or future, you got a mind. Mind is always in past or in future. If you live in the present, that is the state of Kevali. Oh, Mani Dasha. One of the characteristics of Keval Gnani, it is Oh, Mani Dasha. When you don't have a mind, what is left is awareness only. And awareness is the only thing. You see, okay, Amani Dasha, that is the definition of the Keval Jnana. Now, can you tell me Keval Jnani knows my future, my past, or everything?
He has no interest in that.
Huh?
He has no interest in that.
No, it's not a question of they have interest or not. When you live only in presence, that is their quality. That is the Keval Jnana's characteristics. The Keval Jnana characteristics is or money. They live only in presence. And mind exists only when you live in past or future.
So in Jain, it is very popular and well accepted that Kevali knows all three parts.
Yeah, the question is, Kevali knows past, future, and present of everybody.
Okay, let's discuss that. I'm not going to answer you. You have to get your answer by yourself, but I'm going to give you the discussion so that you can come to the answer. Right? What we are influenced significantly with Hindu God. Hindu God is an avatar. Okay? That's the definition. The Hindu God's definition is all knower. Okay? Past, present, future. And he is a reincarnation of the Hindu God. So that reincarnation, he knows everything. So whether you got Rama, Krishna, or no, whatever avatar you are thinking about it. Okay? So it is the reincarnation of the God. It has a different characteristics. Jain God, from human being, it becomes God. Okay? Jain God, human being becomes God. He is a human being to begin with. And from human being, he attains that particular state, what we call it, living in present state. Because that's the Jain God is, okay? When you come to Mani Dasha, which is a Kevali Dasha, okay, he is a living God, versus Siddha is a non-living, not non-living for us, okay? There is no human body and everything, you cannot communicate, okay? But both are liberation. As far as soul is concerned, both have the same quality. Whether the qualities of Siddha, it is the same for the qualities of the soul point of view. Okay, it is the same as the qualities of Jnani, because they don't have any Dana Vanya, Dashna Vanya, all that karma, the four major qualities, they don't have it. Now, here is a human being. The human being attained that state. And you will never find in Agam any of these definition of past, present, and future. Okay? this definition really comes later on, past, present, and future of all the substance, every object, every element, all at the same time, in the moment. That means what happens to that definition? If you accept that definition for Keval Gnani or Tirthankar, that means all incidents are predestined. Everything in my life is predestined. Do you see that logic I'm trying? Do you see it? If somebody knows my future, that means my future is predestined. Because somebody knows my future.
At the level of free will?
Huh?
At the level of free will?
So what I'm trying to bring it out to you, okay, what is the mistakes we make by comparing Tirthankar with the Hindu God's quality, okay, to be in a competitive mode, oh, our God is also like that, okay. What we have done, we have violated one of the principles of Jainism, that your free will can take you to that state. All right? Now, if you say free will, the effort, Purusharth is also predestined, then it's a real problem. Okay? Now you are going from one after another to the third aspect of it. All right? I think I have lost you. Some of the people, yeah? Am I right? Did I lost you or not? Or are you properly grasping it? You see what I'm saying?
You lost your predestination.
I get this.
I can see how someone can know the future, but that doesn't necessarily determine someone else's future.
No, if you know the future, I cannot change. If I change the future, then how do you know my future?
It could have a direct trajectory, but it doesn't mean it's predestined.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but predestination
No.
assumes that there's no free will.
Okay. Now, 1 minute. Just a minute. I wanted to proceed further. But point what I'm trying to bring it out, that we, in the zeal, we making so much definition, then we stick to it, and then we look at the consequences, and then we say, I'm not sure now, okay? Because we do not have a proper understanding what we are talking about it, and making it all, Tirthankar knows everything, all about it, everything's that way, and then what is the consequences? We haven't observed it. Okay, sure.
I just want to make 2 sentences. Free will is really a result of ignorance. It's only in the ignorant state we believe we have free will. When you have complete knowledge of everything, free will has no place in it.
So, in Jainism, knowledge has only one definition. Knowledge about soul and soul only. That is the only thing called knowledge. Complete knowledge about soul. Complete knowledge of nothing else. Okay? Anything other than knowledge of the soul is not a spiritual thing. Keval Gnan means he has a perfect knowledge, total knowledge of the soul. And with full faith means all that qualities. So his action is within the qualities of the soul. Right? So what I'm trying to say, he is fully aware every moment. He lives on the present moment. All right? He has Amani Dasha. There is no mind, in a sense, because mind only exists in past or future. There is no such thing, anything else. When you are in that state, that is the perfect state of the human being, and we call it God. Okay? This is a perfect state of the human being, we call it God. That's it. Now, that person knows my future, knows my past, knows my things, okay? It has no relevancy. As far as I'm concerned, it has no relevancy. Okay? All right, let's proceed further. Okay? I'm just, I mean, there are no real definite things in a sense, but from spiritual point of view, okay?
So just as much I would like to stay in the state of now, just as much, I still have to plan my life, basically. All of us, just as much I would like to stay in the state of now, like I just want to live in this moment, but I still have to plan my life. Like tonight, I have to go home and do something. So how do I achieve, or how do my soul achieve that balance, basically? You know, I mean, I want to stay, I'm reading a book right now, and I don't want to stay in a state of now. But I still need to do plan. I have something going on Monday, a project. I still need to do it. So I'm just, I don't know.
She's asking the application of.
No, I know she's asking the questions, okay? I'm trying to figure out how to answer properly that how do I achieve that state of now being, okay? State of now does not mean you don't think of tomorrow's work today. Like say, if you want to fly, I'm just giving you just simple story. Okay, next week you want to fly from such place to such place, but you need to buy the ticket now. So when you think about that, you buy the ticket now so that you can go to the next week. But that is the work of now, to buying the ticket. Okay, that doesn't mean no, you don't think that way. Okay, that is not the, because it is the current work. That's what you are doing in the now. Okay, even if the, things are there, like next year you want to put your children to the school or something like that. No, whatever the preparatory time and you want to do that one has to be done now. Okay, if you don't do it that way, then you cannot live Vyavharik life. Okay.
So does that mean planning is part of now?
Whatever now planning, it has to be for future things, but the planning has to be now.
How do you difference between planning now, planning future? I'm
I'm
earning today to secure my future, saving my money today. The planning of doing that, does that count as living in now?
Now what he is doing by future money. Do you know how long you're going to live? Now, if you don't know how long you're going to live, how many years of savings you want? Okay? So, you're cheating yourself, basically.
Isn't that creating attachment?
Huh?
Isn't that creating attachment? When you're planning
Yeah,
for the
saving
future.
is an attachment. There's no doubt about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when you are thinking about your future, indirectly you are creating attachment.
No, thinking about the future, knowing that since next Monday I'm going to fly, your definite things are there. You're not buying a ticket, oh, in future I may have to buy some place. Okay? That's not the one I'm trying to talk about it. Okay? I'm not talking now in that respect, but something which is a definite. All right? And that's what that act is now. You have to do whatever prerequisite work needs to be done for that particular date. The act you have to do is a now. It's a work is now. Okay? I think we have done enough. let me get into it. Now I'm coming to the external one. Now this is the real nature. The external things no, don't do it. I'm doing it here. Okay. Ansan. That's what we traditionally do. Ansan, Alpahar, Ichha Nirodh or Vritti Sankshep, Rasatyag, and Sanlinta and Kaya Klish. Okay. The first four external nidra is a food related. Okay. These are the food related, and the next two is a body related. Okay. These are all external. First four is the food and related. What Jainism is saying, that if you do these 6 external nidra, that will make, okay, yourself ready to do internal nidra. So you have to do, when you do ansan, when you do unodri, alpahar, ichha nirodha, vritti sankshep, rasatyag. What it does, you in reality, these are all health oriented. Okay? That you are preparing your body for internal nidra. This itself is not a this tapascharya is not a nidra. But if you do it properly, then it will help you to achieve the nidra, which is internal nidra. Internal nidra is the only one removes your karma before maturity. And these are the necessary prerequisite. Okay, it's a prerequisite, because if you haven't trained your body and you are eating like every hour on the hour, you cannot do all other internal nidra. Okay, if you do the fasting, means that suppose in case of you don't have a food available, when you're doing something work, you don't become miserable. Okay, so you train your body. Same thing, rasatyag, giving up all stimulating foods. Okay, if you don't eat any stimulating foods, then your body is much better healthy. What I'm trying to say, the food is a significant factor to be healthy, and that will help you to achieve all the internal nidra. Right? In my case, I told you before. Yeah, that is true. You have to make sure you got a balanced nutrition. I mean, you got all your nutrition. I mean, you got to use your own wisdom. I'm not saying, no, don't try to follow blindly something in the real. And your health is going. Like I've seen, I've seen by myself, I'm trying to tell you. There are some people taking Chovia Chhat, doing 7 Jatra on Satrunjay. Right? You heard about that. How many of you have heard about it? Okay, so at least 1, 2, 3. Okay, Chovia Chhat means 2-day fasting without water. And climbing the Mount Satrunjay, you going once, you go down other way, you come back over the other. But total 7 Yatra. Now, can you believe our body is meant for that? You know what I'm trying to say? And we have a scholar came in visiting our center and saying, no, if you do that one, on the 3rd life you attain liberation. Huh? That's what I'm trying to bring it out. All right? And not only that, if you do these things, you attain the liberation after this many lives. If you do these things, you attain the liberation of that many lives. I said, do you really, what happened is, I generally don't discuss in the meeting, okay? But I meet him personally. And I tell him, do you really believe that or not? Okay, I'm just simple asking. Just me taking the fasting, I can attain liberation on 3rd life? Is this the Jain things what you're talking about? Or do you understand any karma philosophy or not? He said, no, I know, Pravin, what is right things to do. But people wants to listen these things. Oh man, one of the popular scholars, I'm not using the name, you may have heard about those, this scholar or this kind of the sessions in your own society. Why it is like this? Just think about it. External, anything that is body related, okay, or anything that is a food related, which is indirectly body, has nothing to do with the karma, nothing to do with the nirjara. And without nirjara, nothing, you are not going to attain the liberation. Okay? But people have made the religion, these things so cheap way. And making it, I hate to criticize it. I'm not saying don't do tapascharya. Tapascharya is needed. But Shakti Nibharne, whatever your capacity is, you do the tapasya so that you can continuously do it. It is essential. Also, I'm trying to tell you to do all internal nirjara. Okay, you have to control yourself. You have to control, you have to eat the right food. And all that is needed. Like in my case now, I have a motto, food is my medicine. I'm not going to take the medicine, but I'm going to take, I'm eating the right food. That's my medicine. And I have solved all my problems that way. Okay? When you find like a person like me has no cholesterol, no diabetes, no pressure. Okay? There is no Raj Rog. Those are the standard rogs of that way. At this age, I'm 77. Right? And doing that way because I eat the right food. That's the key point I'm trying to bring it out. And if you do the right foods, okay, you will be healthy. There is no doubt about it. And still then is a problem, then you may have a genetic problem. But don't blame genetic if you are eating the wrong food and then blaming to genetics one. Okay? That is not right. You try your best in all the things you are in control. And then you will be able to do it. Okay? But we are victim of our habits. We are not born with the habits. We develop our own and then we are trapped by them. Okay? Then now we cannot live without it. Okay? That is the situation. All right, go ahead.
In light of what you're saying, I'm wondering about then the value of Santara or Salekana. If you're talking about, what is the value of the fasting practice itself? How valuable is that then?
Fasting? Oh, fasting?
In the practice of Santara, Santara.
Santara things. Okay, now I'll come to that one on the Santara one, just to give you the simple story. What is the definition of Santara? Okay? Santara means when you realize yourself with a sound mind, you are realizing it, that this body is not helping me to do any nirjara. Okay? I'm not able to remove the karma. Okay? I'm a burden to the society. But I'm suffering with the terminally ill, whatever the terminal ill is. And now I cannot do meditation, I cannot do anything. Okay? I merely exist. Only for the sake of existence. Alright? Then and then, Jainism allows you to do nirjara. Okay? You are Santara. Okay? Jainism allows you to do Santara. That once you are absolutely sure that there is no hope for recovery, I'm terminally ill, and I'm just passing my time, okay, day after day after day. In that case, you, in your mind, okay, you desire and you tell the monk, okay, that I would like to take the Santara. I would like to do the Santara. All right? And in Santara, you don't do abrupt. Slowly what you do, you reduce the food intake, slowly. And ultimately you reduce the food, then water, okay? Then your place, you just confine yourself into the one room, okay? In that process, anytime you realize that you made a mistake, come back. Okay? You don't continue with, oh, I've already done these things now. I'm really sorry for these things. Or you know what I'm trying to say? You know, that is the scriptural definition I'm trying to show you. Okay, I'm not that's what I'm trying to say. There is no addition or subtraction. Everything. Every time you feel that you come back, then you come back. In that case, under the supervision of Guru, whatever the Acharya Bhagwan or whatever you do, you take the Santhara. And then when you realize, then you tell the Acharyas that no, my upyog, my reflection is not staying aware fully. I'm kind of more suffering. I'm creating more kashai within me. Why did I do these things? I don't want to do that one. That kind of, then you just come back. You don't have to do. Only that kind of the nijra is allowed. Like in my case, what happens? My brother was on the last stage. My Bhabhi says, Pravin bhai, mane santharo api diya. It's like she is going to die within 2 days or 3 days with that one. And he said, look, let's do that one. Okay. I said, Bhabhi, what are you trying to tell me? Nirjana Santhara, the person has to take it. I cannot give, okay, I'm going to give you first punch card, right? Or I'm going to give the a punch card. What are you talking about it? But that's what happens in India. When a person is dying, okay, let's give him the Santhara. Okay, though somebody recites the thing, the person is in coma. Okay, there's nothing, there's no other reason. All right, that is not the. See, we have tactfully, like, oh, we decided, oh, we have done the nijra. You have done and nothing, you have done. But the society or the relatives feel, we did it properly, for our relatives, whatever the things, are there. But the recent case in Rajasthan, what happened? This is a very interesting. One of the Acharya level guy, right? He was kind of in a final stage. The Sishya gives Santhara. All right? Miraculously, he recovered. Okay? That is what the miracle happened. I got the articles. Okay? That one, Acharya says, now who is going to give him the food now? He's just asked for it. He says, if you do it, then you are in trouble because you are breaking his vow. Okay? Which vow he hasn't taken it himself anyway, to begin with. So Acharya says, but who told you to give me this Santhara? Did I give that one? All right. And he said, no, forget it. Get that one and whatever the food he needed. And he lived another 2 months before he died. Okay? But at least for 2 more months he lived and then he died. What I'm trying to say, why government was after? Because we are abusing Santhara. That's why the government is after you. Okay? You are giving somebody Santhara which is totally wrong. And and the way the news media and the way the hypes occur, oh, why they are interfering in my practice? Well, your practice, what you're doing is totally wrong anyway to begin with. And somebody has to protect it, all right, because you are giving Santhara now, you are not giving the same thing. What happened on one incident, I was in Palitana, and this Chaviyar church guy, one guy was lying, okay, and water, and died. Because nobody would give the water. We know why? Because then you are breaking his vows. Then you are committing really sin. Huh? No, what happens is the person is asking for the water and the volunteers who are there, please don't give the water because you are breaking the promise. Why they are saying it? I know the volunteers. He said, why they are saying that way? Because he says, people say, we will do Chaviyar church. They are being paid fully. People, donors will give them the money completely. So now, here is the one, they come from Mumbai or whatever the place they are coming. All right, staying accommodations, everything is done. They're making an arrangement, And in the beginning, they said it used to be like 30-40% will break the things. All right, while over here, now what are you going to do? And the donors have paid the money. And they said, how many people have completed it? And how many people? Well, we started with 100 and only 60 people completed it. It doesn't look good, okay? So they are being taught not to give the food, water, even though the guy is asking. Correct? And then they made it samadhi. Oh, that death was like it happened in Palutana on Satrunjay Tirth, all right? He is going to the liberation. I mean, they got to make it easily. I said, he's died in Kashai. He's asking for the water. And what are you talking about? Okay? What I'm trying to bring it out, all these things, instead of helping, it creates a significant bad reputation to the Jains. What happened to our compassion? What is happening in this area? But I'm trying to bring it out. There are good points, but when we are relating only external things beyond our capacity, okay? Some people can do 24 type. I'm not denying that one. Some people have a capacity to do it, and they should do it. That's fine. But when you are saying and promoting with the greed, now these are the things we want to do, then it is a real problematic situation. We need to use our own wisdom when you are doing it, and every time you come across something that is going to, even you may not die, but let's say permanent damage to your health, you come out of it, okay? You don't do it because you will never find human life again in a human body to progress spiritually. You got to preserve this life, human life, properly, so we progress spiritually. And don't try to go in a hype mode and ruin your life. That's my message, okay? I know people generally think that I'm against it. I'm not talking about that. What I'm trying to tell you, that realize your limitation, realize your strength, and all external tapasya, these are all external tapasya, do it within your capacity, but you do it so that you progress spiritually, okay? You progress spiritually, instead of just to do it, whether other people have done it and I have not done it, and you know what I'm trying to say it, and I like to do it that way. That is not what I consider Jain religion or Jain principles are, okay? Whether people think that way is one thing. I don't have any way of saying it. If you think I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm not arguing, with that manner. Because there are some people, whenever you make some statement, some people say, yeah, but that is going to create a bad impact to the society. I said, I cannot accept this kind of, I don't know, many scholars in my society, when they come, I personally sit down with them afterwards, then explain them. Okay, please don't do these things in our society. Like in our society, we don't have a Giboli. Now you think, what? There is a society in America exists, there is no Giboli. Okay, how are you collecting the money? Well, we don't need it. When we need it, we will decide. Right now, we don't want to collect the money for the sake of collecting the money. Is it right or wrong? You have to decide yourself, okay? But no, it is like that. That's what we do. Okay, you have to come from yourself within to do it. Not I have to recognize you, put a garland on it, and make it that way. Okay, and exploring. We are not doing it. I'm not saying that others should do my way or the other way, because sometimes you need such a big property, such a big huge, and you need, if you are not getting regularly the amount, then you have to do something. And that's what is being done. So I'm not criticizing it from that point of view, but at least you should know what is the right thing. Sometimes you may not be able to do it is one thing. But if you think this is the only way and there is no all other ways are wrong, then it is wrong. Any comments? No, anything, no, that way, because what I'm trying to do is all these fundamentals what we are doing with the giving the reasons. Jainism is easy to understand, Jain principles. It is most difficult to implement in your life. Don't think, while what we have done, we made implementation is so right, in a sense. Oh, implement, do whatever tapasya, whatever we want to do, just do it. Okay, without understanding it. Because we may not get this life again. And for that purpose, I'm trying to tell you, okay, we are wasting this valuable life. Yeah.
I don't know this is appropriate time or not, but I would like to understand how does the karma affect the environment?
Repeat.
How does the karma create the environment?
How does the karma create the environment?
Yes, I can understand the karma's effect on my soul, but how does the karma influence the outside environment, outside my soul?
That's a very good question. Okay. Now, I'll answer you. Okay. But the question is, everybody understood the question? How does the karma particles which are attached to me that will create the environment I am? Okay, whatever I am in. I'm not talking about my thought process or anything like that, but I'm in the environment. Okay, how does the karma create that environment? When I use the word karma create the environment, it's a language problem. Whichever the environment you are in, that environment we give a name created by your own karma. That's why you are in that environment. No, now I lost you again. All right. Okay. Every moment we are in a different environment. Right? You can ask yourself, how come this kind of the environment I am in? Right? The only thing is, it is created by karma. All right? Now, 1 minute, let me finish that one. Okay? What I'm trying to just say that the relationship between karma and environment is a nimit-namitic relationship. Do you know the nimit-namitic relationship means? Have you heard about nimit-namitic relationship?
I have heard those terms and I don't understand them.
Okay. All right, I'll give you one example first. Nimit-namitic relationship, what does it mean? The soul attaches to the karma. Okay? Now, whenever this thing happens, karma attaches to the soul. Okay? When karma attaches to the soul, at that time, whenever every action occurs, every action, there are two things there, upadana and nimit. You understand that? No, you don't understand that either. Okay, now let me go to that presentation point and I'll explain the presentation. Okay? Give me I got that one. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me find that slide. Okay? It is pop definition. No. And what is the next? 1 minute. Was it this presentation or something?
We have another presentation.
No, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'll find the presentation and tell you. Now, get me next presentation. Okay. That presentation has that one. Okay. which is the Nimit Nimitik. Okay, let's wait then. Okay, in the next. Meantime, let me finish this one. Okay, then I will come to now. Raj, bring the same presentation back. But right next presentation, it will explain you. Okay. All right. Any other questions about these things? Now the Dravya Karma and Bhav Karma.
You want to go back?
No, this is the one.
You went all the way to.
Okay, Punya and Pap. Now further, let's go to further. Okay, let me do now. Okay, now we complete that karma relationship. Okay, just a minute. Understanding of from spiritual point of view, we already discussed these things out. Causes of punya, causes of pap, we have done it. Okay, our action of punya and pap, fourfold order. I think we can read this one. It's easy. Punyanubandhi punya, papanubandhi no punya, punyanubandhi pap, and papanubandhi pap. All right. These are all we have covered to some phrase. Concept of Jain karma. Now you know the Dravya karma, Bhav karma, and no karma. Do you understand this terminology? That's important. Dravya karma, Bhav karma, and no karma. The karma particle that affected, that attached to the soul is called Dravya karma. It's very simple. Any karma particle that attached to the soul is called Dravya karma. Okay? Just a karma particle itself, which are not attached to the soul, it is just a karma particle. They are all over the place. You cannot escape yourself from karma particles. Okay? But they are not going to attach you, and that's why there is no impact to you. Bhav karma means a reflection of the soul or the state of soul at every moment. It is not a physical particle, but a form of the soul, such as angry soul, greedy soul, happy soul. What I mean, we already discussed that. The Bhav karma is not a physical particles, okay, but it is what it is. It is the paryaya of the soul. Angry soul, greedy soul, these are all called Bhav karma. Even the word karma is there, but it is nothing but the paryaya of the soul. But what is no karma? Do you know what no karma means? In Jain terminology, no karma means anything other than soul and karma are no karma. Anything other than soul and karma, they are called no karma. That means my body is a no karma. This table, chair is no karma. Everything else is considered no karma. Now, no karma is a Prakrit word, not there is no karma. Okay? That's just a Prakrit word defined other than karma and soul. Other than karma and soul, everything is called no. Now, for any activities, all three plays the role. The no karma plays the role, karma plays the role, and soul plays the role. Okay? When karma particle attaches to the soul, at that time, whatever the surroundings you are in, okay, they are all no karma, because they don't play any role, any active role. What I mean by their presence is there. Their presence is there, but they haven't played any active role. I got angry on him. All right? The karma particles attached to me. But my soul got angry, karma particle attached to me. But at that time, his word, everything what he said is a no karma. At that time, all your presence is a no karma. All the furniture, fixtures, everything here, all the surrounding is a no karma. They do not play any active role. Only thing, they were present. Even his word is up now has playing no role. It affected me, but his word, as far as the in the whole conglomeration of acquiring the karma, is a no karma, because there is no impact on no karma. Me acquiring the karma and I become angry. Me acquiring the karma, at the same time I become angry. So my soul played the role, it changed. The karma particle that was in my space, it attached to the soul. Okay, these are the two things got affected. But then everything else has no effect. Only thing they were present. These are called no karma. Okay, you follow up to this point. All right. Whatever I explained you, this is the description of that. Okay, I'm just now going to show you. The dravya karma are cover atma. The bhav karma is the impurities of the soul. Okay. Now, dravya karma and bhav karma. This is again relationship. Dravya karma is a pure cause in creating the vibration, kashaya and yoga in the soul, which also leads to further bondage of the dravya karma. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. No, that's okay. I'm crossing my boundary. It's right. Dravya karma is an apparent cause. Apparent cause is nimit. Okay. The nimit means is the apparent cause. Apparent cause in creating vibration. Kashai. Vibration is a kashai. Whatever I was calm and quiet, now I got angry. Okay, that's a vibration. The kashai in the soul, which leads to further bondage of the dravya karma. But once I get angry, new karma attached to me. Okay. Bhav karma, soul with passions and yoga, is a nimit for attaching the dravya karma. Now my own soul, okay, that becomes the nimit attaching the dravya karma. These are the relationship. Okay. In this process, no karma are not being affected. They are just present in their own. So now these are simple. Dravya karma and bhav karma are apparently related as with each other's the concept for cause and effect. This relation is called nimitic relationship. I know it's a heavy dose in a sense, but what is the nimitic relationship? Generally, you will come, this kind of the terminology from some of the Swadhyay. Okay. Generally, the scholar who comes, talk to the common people, they will not use any of this terminology. They will not use any of this terminology. This chain of reaction continues as vicious circle until it is broken by positive and deliberate effort called samvar. Otherwise, this chain and reaction continuously unless you do samvar. Okay? Or nijra. That's it. So samvar and nijra is the only one can help you to remove the karma or particles. Okay? Just a minute, let me see. So now the religion definitions, they are coming. The karma bondage occurs only due to the process of monia karma, which I already explained to you. If you don't have monia karma, you cannot acquire any karma. That's a mithyatva and kashai. If you have the mithyatva and kashai, then and then you are going to get new karma. Otherwise you don't. Okay? Because that's what causes the vibration of the soul. And that vibration of the soul attaches the new particle. If you don't have if you have a less gnanavaniya karma, it's not going to cause vibration in your soul. Okay? Under darshan and charitra which we say, under normal circumstances, we will never be free from karma because every moment we remove some old karmas and we acquire new karma under mohonya karma. If we have, as long as we have mohonya karma, we'll never be able to do. And only way you can remove it is through understanding and with your own effort. The effort, purusharth over destiny. Between the two stages of bondage and nirjana, one can change the bondage of karma by proper effort before their maturity, which we already discussed. Okay? By such effort, the destined result of the karma is altered, modified, or eliminated. If you have a proper effort, you modify the karma and you modify the result. That's why nothing is predestined from that point of view. No, nothing is predestined. Past, you cannot do anything. It is done. But in the present, whatever the situation you are in, with your effort, you can create your future. You can create your future. There is no doubt about it. Because you can modify the karma, you can change the things over there. Alright? So, it is, don't try to be now saying that, well, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. No, you just continue and give up the hope. Never, the Jainism never let you do that one. Jain principles never let you do that. Says, you are determining your future every moment. And the future changes every moment based on your action, or the current action or present action. Oh. 5:45? Okay. Huh? Okay, all right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, by such efforts and the desired result of the karma is altered, no, indicates the supremacy of soul over karma. Don't be giving in. Supremacy, soul is the supreme. All right? Supremacy over karma. We are not controlled by karma. We have the power to alter the karma. You got to accept that one. Don't say everything, oh, whatever karma happens, that's going to happen, and you think, no, karma is supreme than myself. That is not the case. That is not the Jain karma philosophy. Okay, now, I don't want to go into effort, purusharth over destiny and the karma, because it's going to be too details, and unless and until you have this background. So let me come up to the slide where it will help, because every moment you can change the karma from one category to another categories and everything. And you got to read this one very detailed. Okay, but let me going further. Okay, you can read these definitions, everything. Now, this is, I just want to discuss this one. Comments and criticism. After endless arguments about God, it has been concluded, for those who are not believed in God, no argument is possible. For those who do not believe in God, no arguments are possible. And for those who believe in God, no argument is necessary. Okay? So, same thing you can tell about the karma. Okay? No proof is possible for theory of karma, nor can it be proved in the laboratory. It is the word revealed from the teachings of the enlightened one with their perfect knowledge, insight and experience. It provides a rational explanation for otherwise inexplicable divergence in existence. So you got to keep that thing in the mind. There is no proof. You will never able to get the proof in that sense, even though it is a material things. When we talk about the karma, it is still the belief system. No, it is still the belief system. Just one thing I wanted to, but then one thing you have to keep in mind, the karma philosophy, it is same in Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. If you look into the things, it's a black box, let's assume. And in a black box, you got an input condition, there is output condition. Okay? You do good deeds, you will be rewarded. You did bad things. The input output are the same in all three religions. If you do bad things, you will be punished. If you do good things. But in the black box, there is a processing occurs. All three religions explains different processing. How? But their input outputs are the same. Now, if it is a black box, you got an input condition, you got output. For all three religions, Eastern religions, you do good things, which is your input, you will be rewarded. Whichever form, it doesn't matter. You do bad things, you will be punished. How it is being punished and how it is going to get rewarded, each religion has their own way of explaining. Okay, Hinduism explains one way, Buddhism explains another way, Jainism explains another way. Okay, keep that thing in the mind, that in reality, what difference does it make whether it is the IBM computer or Apple or anything else they do, whichever way they want to do internal processing, I get the, this is my input, here is the result. Okay, just for analogy purpose, I'm trying to explain to you. So that's why I say no. The karma philosophy in Eastern religion is all in the three religions for all prayer. And when you remove the karma, all karma, you got liberated. Now, in the liberated, one says you become infinite, another says you become shunya, the third person says you remain finite. That is also immaterial in a sense, because they are all liberated. All right? Now, still don't understand the questions. Go ahead. Just repeat. I'm sorry, but I could not follow the question completely.
So I cannot sense or perceive the karma particles attached to me.
Right.
I don't sense or perceive when the karma particles leave me. So I also don't sense or perceive when all the karma particles are gone. So I don't sense or perceive that I have become liberated.
Right. Now I understood the question. How do I perceive that my karma particle is reduced or my karma particle increased? The barometer is your kasai. If your kasai is reduced, you have less karma particle. If your kasai is zero, you have eliminated all karma particles. The test is still within you. And that's the only measurements you have. Okay? How do I know? Because this is the theory. Okay? But the net output, net result is still the same thing. All right? That Vitattvane Kashaya is your barometer. Okay?
In essence, this is just a way to explain things, but it's not essential to understand this theory. This understanding of this theory is not essential to cut out my kasai or my vidya.
That is everything here. The basic understanding I gave you in first lecture. You don't need to go through the whole workshop even, okay? Because Mithyatva Kashaya, it is your basic understanding. And as long as you keep that thing in mind all the time, okay, this is the commentary. Rest of the things are just a commentary. Okay, go ahead.
So just 1 second. So kasha is just like all kinds of passions or all kinds of desires. But like day-to-day life, we have to live. I mean, that doesn't include those things, right? Like I need to eat, I need to sleep, I need to, just day-to-day necessity.
They are
Is still
all
considered in kashai?
how much attached into that things, or are you doing it without attachment? That is the point I'm trying to bring it out. Anything, whether you are attached to that one or you are just doing it. If mother raises the child, okay, it is selfless love. There is nothing else, okay? That is not the Kashai point of view, all right? But all work what you're doing, whether you have a significant attachment to the work or how passionately you're doing it, or you're just doing it with a steady mind, without any vibration within you, without any Kashai within you, okay? All right. Now, I got to continue with that one because too many questions, and that way I just wanted to make sure that comments and criticism, okay. It is considered fatalistic. Now, look at the Jain karma theory and the materialistic nature of the karma has faced its share of criticism. It is considered fatalistic, individualistic, mechanical, and too emphasis on punishment and retribution. Okay, and what they are saying, answer to the above, a deeper understanding of the subject will reveal that belief in karma system leads to the acceptance of inevitable and inescapable results of karma, avoid unnecessary discontentment within. So ultimately it is within. If you truly understand it, okay, these are my past result of that one, and discontentment, detachment, then it will lead you peaceful life, okay, instead of vibration. So you can read it. There are criticism and there are benefits to this philosophy, okay. Now, conclusion. Karma and the results are strictly personal to the soul. Soul is responsible for its own karma and their bondage, and hence it makes a person self-reliant and reasonable for his or her deeds. Karma bondage and karma results are not transferable. Okay, you cannot ask somebody, okay, to do the karma for you. It's not transferable. No other soul can bail out the responsible soul for agreeing to bear the share in the fruits of the result of the karma. It's similar things. Jain karma philosophy shows the importance of the human efforts, purusharth, against the destiny. By adequate effort, the soul can be supreme and can alter and dilute the effects of karma, even completely get rid of them. Karma philosophy helps to enforce an ethical behavior and highly moral conduct, and it provides the rational explanation which we already talked. Okay, that's it. So this is the kind of just general summary. Now, can we start the next presentation? Because at least I would like to take half an hour on that one before we Okay. And I'm going to take the few charts because many things I have covered here. Okay. Okay, now let me pull out the right chart. Okay, sir. Okay, my topics now. Jain karma application and Anekantvad, misinterpretation of Jain karma philosophy. That's what I'm going to talk, first half an hour. And I think because after the dinner, I got another presentation which I want to cover it at least, okay, before I will let you go. Okay. The point is, okay, I think we already discussed some of the things chart. I'm repeating it because when I use independent way, I to show that all these things, properties of karma, 1 minute. Just let me bring to the right chart, and okay. 1 minute. Where is the? Oh gosh, this chart. This is little problematic one. It seems like that. Okay. This is a good example. Just let me try. Example X, Y, and G. X and Y are involved in a car accident. X was at fault. It's all given condition. X was at fault. Y got hurt, and G witnessed the accident. What are the possible reflections of X, Y, and Z? Note, X, Y, and Z are good knowledge of Jain principles of karma philosophy. All right? So, he got into this accident. They are good knowledgeable of Jain karma philosophy. What would X think? Now, remember the condition. In the car accident, all right, X was at fault. Okay? What would X think if you are X? Okay? If you are Y, what would you think? Because Y got hurt. Okay? If you are Z, which you are witnessing the accident, and Y is already hurt, what would you think? All right? What are the possible reflections of X, Y, and Z? Now, say it. Huh?
Are you asking?
No, I'm not. I don't want to, because that will take too much time. Let me just proceed further, okay? I'm not going to, I'm going to answer it here, okay? Okay, possible reflection of X. One of the things X will, you know the example now. You remember the example, okay? Reflection of X. It was Y's bad karma, he got hurt. Okay, because remember I told you that he was at fault. But what he's saying, reflection, it's a good knowledge of Jain karma philosophy. He said, oh, it was a Y's bad karma, he got hurt. I was just nimit. No, I'm just the nimit. No, because of me this accident occurred. That was one explanation. If you look at number 1 in all 3 cases, okay, X would think that way. Y would think it was my bad karma that I got hurt. Person X was nimit. All right? That's another way of looking at it for Y. But if you look at the second things on a Y, it was predestined for me. And you look at the third one, it was X's fault. If he would have been careful, I would not have got hurt. Right? So these are 3 possible reflections. 3 possible reflection in each case, I'm saying. X, it was Y's bad karma. That he got hurt, I was just nimit. It was predestined for Y to get hurt. Okay? Or he says, I wasn't driving carefully due to my negligence, Y got hurt. Okay? Out of 3, he will hurt. Same thing for Y. Now G. Y got hurt because of his bad karma. Let him complete his suffering so that his karma gets exhausted. Because if he does not complete his suffering, his karma never gets exhausted. Now will get. It was predestined for Y to get hurt, or Y got hurt, and I should try my best to help him immediately. All right? Now the question really comes, if X, Y, and Z are in a mithyatva state, all 3 of them, out of the 3 possible explanations over here, if X is a mithyatva state, you know what he will think? It was Y's bad karma. He will not take the responsibility on his shoulder. Okay. In a mithyatva state person, that's what they will think. Okay, What is benefit to me? It was Y's bad karma, he got hurt, I was just nimitt. If Y is mithyatva, it was X fault, he would have been very careful, he would not get hurt. Okay? If it is a Z, Y got hurt because of his bad karma, let him complete suffering. Okay? I'm not going to help him. No, that's the mithyatva state. If X, Y, and Z are spiritual person, all right, no, spiritually progress, what X would think, I wasn't driving carefully, that's why accident occurs. If Y is a spiritual person, he would think, it was my bad karma, it got hurt. Remember I tell you, karma philosophy applies to you, not to anybody else. But it was my bad karma, I got hurt. X was just a nimitt. And Y would think, G would think, Y got hurt, I should try my best to help him immediately. Okay? You see what I'm trying to say? These are in the same karma philosophy. Depending upon where you stand, what is right for you. And the only technique is whichever is the minimum kashaya occurs in you, that is right for you. If I think it was the X fault and I'm Y, I got hurt, I'm going to take it to court and I'm going to clean him out and I increase my kashaya. Instead of, okay, the things happen. Now, since the things are happen, with this which I cannot undo it, all right, I say, well, my bad karma, I got hurt, just let me calmly, quietly suffer it. Okay? That's the end of it. So that is the sign of a spiritual person. Okay? To take the responsibility on the soul. And if X is spiritual, he says, well, I should take my responsibility. It was because my fault I did it. So he did it like Purusharth, in a sense. The other one is thinking about, karma. All right? So what this example is trying to tell you, that don't try to talk karma philosophy only one way. In some ways, Purusharth is important. In some ways, the karma thinking is important. But end result is your kashaya is reduced. That is the end result. Okay, that is the things. No, you got to keep that things in the mind. Now, however, what would Kevali think? I'm just giving you, okay? What would Kevali think? And that's why I'm just going to come into here. 1 minute, but sorry. Okay, here is the thing. Have you heard about 5 samvaya causes? Huh? Okay, there are few people have heard about. What Jain concept says, the Jain reality or Jain logic explains that the 5 causes of equal magnitude are always present when an event happens in the universe or in our life. Whenever event happens in the universe or in our life, there is a time, intrinsic nature, predestination, instrumental cause, and determination, self-effort or free will. Everything is there. Now you see the 1 minute, okay? Now you see the predestination is there, instrumental cause which is swabha, intrinsic nature is there, time is there. There are certain times the things happen. When the time comes now, and we give more importance to time, like leaves fall off, okay, during the fall season. That's the time. Okay, that's a kind of, but actually all 5 causes are present. One cause is like overriding factor. Alright? For any incident in my life or in everybody else's life or even in the universe, it happens because of these 5 reasons together of equal magnitude. Okay? Time, intrinsic nature, predestination. And again, I'm trying to give all the प्राकृत words काल, स्वभाव, नियति or bhavitavya. Nimit means instrumental cause, and the nimit has a two component. External nimit, which is external cause, and internal nimit is a karma. External nimit is all the surroundings, what you have, and internal nimit is the cause. And determination, self-effort or free will, everything is together, the result occurs. We give importance to only one out of the five. If we are in Mithyatva, we give importance to which benefit us. If you are a spiritual person, we give importance, how can I reduce my kasai, or which way I can reduce my kasai. I give that is the main cause for the reason. Alright? But if you are Kevali will see all five reasons equally. Kevali will not make a judgment. I mean, no, I'm not saying Kevali doesn't make a judgment, but the Kevali will think all five reasons were present. Do you see what I'm trying to bring it out? For Kevali to make a judgment on Kevali, it is not proper for us. What I would do, that is the proper thing for us to do. And if I'm a spiritual person going, I will only put an emphasis which reduces my kasai, whether I'm X, whether I'm Y, or whether I am Z. Okay? So, this is what the Jain reality, it's a complex subject, but at least if you understand the complex subject, then you know how to live your life in various types of the environment, such that you live with the minimum kasai. Yeah, go ahead, give the mic. Yeah, sure.
So, can you give one situation and point out what is each one of it? Like any situation, take any situation and can you give an example? Okay, this is Kal, this is...
Like here, leaves fall off at the beginning of fall season. Winter is cold. It's a time dependent. Time is the major factor. All right? Apple seeds grow, apples, not oranges. Female gets pregnant, not male. That's an intrinsic nature. So if you're growing apple seeds, it's only going to grow apple. Okay? That's the intrinsic nature. Animals cannot do meditation. That's a predestined. No, once you get that one, it's a predestined. If you are in the animal life, you are not able to do the meditation. You don't have the right environment. It's a predestination. X win a lottery. That's the instrumental cause or the karma. X wins the lottery. And Gandhiji got independence of India, free will and determination that can accomplish that way. Okay? So what I'm trying to give you, yes, 1 minute, yes, okay, go ahead.
This was a separate example, right? So how can one incident can have all five of them? Any one example where you can say, okay, this is the kind of time and this is the nature in that situation.
No, that's why I just kind of give you class XYZ example together. There where someone can define karma is important, someone will define free will is important, and someone will say this is predestined type things like Kevali. Okay? Go ahead.
In this, the Jain reality, we are talking about predestination. I thought we are not believing in predestination.
No, I never said we are not believing in predestination.
Okay.
What we are saying that so long as I am in a progression of the spiritual stage, free will is the only thing for us to do. Okay? Whether predestination is there, exists or not, it doesn't matter because Jain logic says everything is there. Okay? And you look into all otherwise the five samvaya cause, where the predestination is one component of the five causes. And for Kevali, they see it, all these five, okay, but we are making a judgment that Kevali will do this or Kevali will do that. we should not make a judgment because Kevali sees all five things. Now, predestination is there because have you seen about Bhavya Jeev and Abhavya Jeev? That's a predestination. Have you heard about Bhavya and Abhavya Jeev? Okay, that Abhavya Jeev will never attain liberation. It is not due to karma. The Abhavya Jeev is not due to karma. But it says never attain. That's a predestined. That's definition. It's complete from that point of view. So Jainism has the predestination, but on its own place. Jain logic has that situation.
In case of the XYZ example, when there's an accident, the Purushat was what? To keep the Samta? Where was the Purushat? I mean, he or
no,
she...
I'll tell you, the Purusha.
Yeah.
Because, let's say he was talking on the phone.
Right. Yeah.
Accident occur. So that's why he's now 1 minute on the back also. You want that question? You had a question? I was thinking about the same thing. Okay.
Of all the five, then the only thing that's in our hand is Purusharth.
The point what I'm trying to bring out, the whole logic is there. Jainism never escaped from predestination. But the predestination has its own place for the completion of the theory. Okay, it has its own place. So, what I'm trying to bring it out over here, for us, as a lay people, when we are on the path of spiritual progress, for us, the free will, it is, or Purusharth, is the only things in our hand, and there is nothing else. When the result occur, let's say I'm looking for a job, I did all my best, and I did not get the job. Then I don't blame something else. I can say, well, it was not in my karma. Okay, I did not get the job. Okay, I tried all my best. So before the result, Purusharth is important. After the result, no, you look at it this way. If I got the job, I can say, maybe I got easy way out. I got the person who interviewed, okay, he was very nice to me, and I did very good, okay, and he asked me some easy questions and all that one. You don't take credit. I did a lot of Purusharth, and that's why I got the job. When I got a positive result, you give credit to others. Before that, you put all your effort, okay. So, before the result, you put all your effort. Conclusion of the result positive, give credit to others. If it is negative, blame your karma. Well, it was my bad karma that I did. These are the three things are there. Whom you are going to give the importance, okay, it is all up to you. And the key thing is you give importance which reduces your kashai. If you say, well, look at it, how hard work I did, and I'm the one who made it, okay, now you're boosting your ego. Okay, and that creates more problem. That's not a spiritual thinking. Okay? All right, so you got that idea. The whole somewhat things are teaches you under what circumstances, which way you looked at it. And that is the only way the Jain theory of Samvaying is explained. Now, if you want to interpret different way and create some situation, that is all up to you. Okay, because that's why I say it is all complex phenomena in Jainism. In the complex phenomena, somebody says, but it is because of my Purusharth, what is wrong with it? And they are out of 5 anyway. I said, yes, for you it is good. As long as your kasha is reduced because of that thinking. And he's not going to say, my kasha is not reduced because of that. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, objective is reducing the kasha, reducing the mithyatva. And you are able to train your mind which way to think, when, and under what environment. Okay? All right. So, anything else? Yeah?
So for the example, the person X wins a lottery, help me understand how does the karma make a person X win a lottery?
Okay. Now, it's again, you are saying that how does the karma going to force? It is just a concept. When you talk about the concept, you are giving a name, whatever is happening.
So to me, this is like, if the answer is, I don't know, well, we are just substituting that answer within karma. So karma is another way of saying, I really don't know.
You are right. When you go to the doctor, doctor cannot find any problem within you. You still have a problem. It's your gene.
Okay.
Okay? Where is the gene? There is no reason. There is no result, right? This is what we are saying. It's your karma. That's it. So, what you are giving the answer to the unanswerable things. Okay? Because it's everything. Go ahead.
How people to say, I don't know. To me, that's a better answer. I don't know.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? If you understand these logics completely, you can decide. Okay? And you can say, well, I don't think I know anything about it. Okay? But I would do these things under these circumstances.
Because to me, the advantage of saying that I don't know is this. When I admit that I don't know and I admit that I don't know, I'm not getting into any kind of mithyatvam. I'm staying away from that. And I hope that I will know about it by making the effort. That I know it.
Generally, you will never know because there is no answer. Okay? Huh? There is no answer. Let's proceed. Okay, go ahead.
I think I understand where we're going with this, but I think what happens, a dilemma that I find with like young people today is that they live in a society where they are dependent often on systems and whatever sansars you're saying. For example, if there is a situation where they have to trust whatever information they're given, and when corporations, I mean, just to give a blunt example, are suddenly, you find out that they have not been, careful with your personal information that they have, and suddenly their system gets hacked and so on. It's hard, and there's several things. First of all, it's hard to not be reactive. Number two, if we all just try to get very spiritual about it, then what happens is the systems don't change and you end up becoming more victimized. You almost need to get angry enough to do something about it. I think that is something that they face. If we are all going to be really transcendental about everything, then we're not necessarily improving the systems to our benefit. So where does Jainism, I think part of the question is,
I'll
where
tell
does
you where
Jainism fall
the
in that?
Jainism fits into it. Okay? My point is, can you do without becoming angry all the things? Whatever you say. Okay? Can you be firm? And can you just go and tell your boss that I don't appreciate what you have done? You better change the system without getting angry. Can you do that way? By becoming angry and becoming not angry, you do the same action. With anger is not going to add anything. And without anger, with the same action, I'm talking same action without anger, it might produce better result.
Oh, I don't...
Because I tell you that if you do anything with anger, like, no, my wife something, my wife says something, I get angry, okay? Instantly, instead of listening to her. And if I decide I will answer tomorrow, instead of making angry and right away, when I wait for 24 hours, right, no, I become more rational. If I react right away, it will be angry, she would not listen, I wouldn't listen to her, and it will be normal household mess we will create with every family will have it, okay? What they are saying, before you get angry, can you wait 24 hours and then do it?
I completely agree.
What I'm trying to say, okay, that is the spiritual person's action.
Yeah.
You don't have to do instantaneously. You don't have to really make it that way. I said, okay, let me wait 24 hours, and then I will go and see Now you already know about time lag. And once you have time lag, you have some sort of a rational thinking in it, and you decide what to do. I'm not saying don't do it. Do it without anger.
Yeah, I think that I'm not necessarily saying that one should be starting to pound the table and act angrily. That's not the thing. But one still needs to be upset about something in order to be motivated to do something. If there is a situation of, I mean, a lot of what they're hearing in press, right, these days, women abuse, all kinds of things. Should they be part of a protest that protests against women being abused, for example? That has to be something that bothers them. It's not even somebody they know, but they need to feel motivated enough to protest against them.
No, they can protest it without being angry. That's the only thing I'm saying it. So you can protest it without being angry. And no, in my life I can give you the examples.
Pravin,
How I protest.
let me clear her question. Question is, some situations needs you being upset to get motivated. What do you do that?
As long as you are aware about you are upsetting, you are not upset. Okay, as long as you fully aware about it. If you are fully aware about your anger, you will never become angry. Okay, if you are fully aware about, no, I'm going to be upset. Because when you are upset, you lose the rational thinking. Oh, you lose if you are truly upset and not aware about your upset, okay, you lose rational thinking.
Indignation. I mean, that's righteous.
Right.
One has to have some level of passion for a topic or a subject or a cause to want to be motivated.
But you get better result if you are not upset. One thing you have to keep in mind, anything you do, no, with firm determination, without being upset or without getting angry, you will find better result than with the upset, because with anger, upset, everybody talks, nobody listens. Okay? That is the way, only way I can see that one. And what you are learning from religious teachings is how to live my day-to-day life. That's the main intent of the religious teaching. How can I live my day-to-day life effective, rational way, without anger and getting it upset or what it is. Okay? Like my two daughters have two different personality, day and night. All right? My one daughter is psychologist, right? And she comes and tells me one day, she said, Daddy, my job, I really don't like it, because they are asking me to create a lot of wrong bills, make these things, because of the psychologist, and I don't want to do any of this one. I says, why don't you turn them in? That is not in my nature, because if I turn them in, they will publicize my name to all other companies in my area. Nobody will hire me again. Okay, if I just say, you got to realize, that is not my nature. What should I do? I said, wait, look for another job where you can find it. Then you resign and live. Okay, with your personality, okay, just while you are working, look for other job. You find, even if it is less paying, don't do the work, okay, get more money, but you hate your job. Okay, that is, life is not that way to be wasted. All right? She did it exactly that way. She found the other job. Now with my younger daughter, it's altogether different. She will write to Better Business Bureau. She will write 15 different places right away, sending it out. Then, I know I will get my job. I have ability to do, but I cannot let the things happen, to me and other, and she will put it. That's so you can imagine. Yeah, but she's not angry. She said, look, I said, I'm going to write to Better Business Bureau and all other places, wherever I can, and just complain them. That's her personality. But do you think one is right, one is wrong? No. Even in the auto dealers, no. When the girls, women goes, the auto will take you, right? She finds out that auto company or whatever the dealer is is happening that way. So what I'm trying to bring it out, it's all individual personality, but do it without kashai. Do all the right things what you're doing. Can you do the same thing without kashai? Or you have to have kashai?
In the reference to her argument about anger, sometimes it will pay to fake the anger. That's to get the result, to get the right result.
Now I think we're not going anywhere. Let's stop this one, okay? Yeah. We are not going anywhere, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to complete this one, and we will have the new topic. After the lunch, let's finish, and maybe 1 hour, 6:45, okay? So we can do it, all right? So, all right, so that's all about it, I guess. 1 minute, let me see if there are any important things. This is the only thing I say, karma and compassion. Our ignorance or intention behind our action, body, mind and speech bind us with the karma. Hence, during ignorant state, a person is controlled by surroundings. So, when you are ignorant, when you are in mithyatva state, you are controlled by surroundings, okay? You are comparing yourself with everybody else, and that is how you live your life. And hence, on the path of spiritual progress, the ignorant person should be surrounded by the proper environment, like religious studies, swadhyaya, charity, environmental social work. If you are in this kind of the state, then make sure your surrounding is proper, okay? But if you are fully knowledgeable, it doesn't matter what surroundings you have, you are going to be always proper action. Then, as spiritual progress occurs, the effect of nimitta reduces, the power of free will increases. For a totally realized person, Kevali surrounding or nimitta has no effect. Karma philosophy applies to myself, compassion applies to all. Okay? So that's always, keep that thing in the mind. That's it.
Yeah. Before you go, we have 4 books here. Everybody are invited to choose, pick one or all.
Book each, if you can take it, which are like Jain philosophy, the world religion books, the book of compassion is there, all the articles we put, and then we put an English Pratikraman, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. And please write your name and email ID on the pad next to it. Another thing, Pravin bhai, all the articles that you mentioned in the workshop, they like to have the links or the reference of what is the number on the website.
Yeah, we'll get you the link. Yeah, put it down your email addresses, because we got registration kind of a little bit messy, and I don't want to miss anybody. That's why if you just have it, we'll put it that way. Okay? Remove the plastic things also. Okay, just remove it. Right. You got there are 4 books. You just want, I understand that. Okay, that's why. But at least there are 4 books. You can take. All right, you want to remove? Who's the guy who's removing? You need a specialized person.
This session was heavy.
No, it was heavy. I know it was a heavy session. Can you take? No, that's okay. No, it was a heavy session. I tried my best.
I completely have compassion for you.
Please write your name and email ID.
They get delayed. Let's have it first.
In a very firm way, but a non-emotional way.